Hello. I'm just going to test this for a minute. Let some folks come in. The chat is different from a computer. Let me get this thing set up. Okie doke. I think that we have finally got a solution. It's appearing a little blown out. Yeah, that's better. Forget it. Ooh. Hey, Sharon, how are you? I don't know if you've been paying attention the last few weeks, but I have been having a great big time with using my iPhone camera to stream with. Gosh, now I'm in the dark. That wasn't the one that was doing it. Bear with me, I'm here early just for this reason. It was this one. And the overhead. Okay. Yeah, I know, I'm working on that. That cuts out some of it. That was my overhead. I've got glare right there, and it's coming from right here. I guess I'll just have to work in the dark. How about that? This is going to be a thing, working in the dark. This has been a long journey. I don't know how people who've never messed with computers and internet and all that stuff do it. I've got 25 years experience in this stuff, and it still gives me fits. On Facebook and do an interview on Thursday, and I'm backwards. Well, there's that. That another day. At least we're horizontal. Does that bother you too much, Sharon, if it's backwards to you? Afraid to move it. But hang on, Sharon. Nope, still didn't do it. Maybe that's why everybody films upside down these days. All right, drunk again. Okay, so there I'm a little more centered. Hey, Ian, look, we're horizontal. Fighting the glares. I'm playing a little bit to see what's causing the problems. That's pretty good. Push it that way. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more research. I don't know how to zoom either with this. Get that right in the sweet spot. Hey, Sherry. Just wait a few more minutes for some more to come in. Anyway, those of you who weren't here at first, I broke down and got another piece of equipment for streaming. I bought the Logitech C922 Pro, and it's hooked up, everything's working, and I'm able to use the pole that I bought for my iPhone. I got tired of fighting YouTube with iPhone logs. We don't need that. That's the only place I've got to put it right this second. Oh, I put it up here. Okay. Stay. I have spent the last couple of days working in the studio. Let's see, 3 years ago, I got a cube system with the 12-inch cubes like the IKEA, except I got mine at Walmart. Better Homes and Gardens, it was about a third of the price. Anyway, I got all that set up and didn't know what I wanted to put in the cubes for organizing, so I just cut some FedEx boxes. I know, but they were shipped, okay? Anyway, 3 years later, I finally decided it's time to do something a little more permanent and see if I can reorganize enough to get some more supplies in here. What do you think? I got it where I can close the big closet door behind me, because I was interviewed the other day, let's say Saturday, on Shannon Kubin's site, and I'm going to interview her tomorrow. Yeah, Sharon, it's been, and I was so stubborn because I have computer equipment coming out the bazing. Well, I'm all Mac, Sherry, and the built-in webcams on the computers work, but they're just not good for this sort of thing, and you can't shoot straight down with them. Somebody soon will hopefully come up with a camera situation where you can flip between the webcam up doing the filming and the webcam on the computer so that somebody could appear down in the lower screen. So anyway, Sherry, if I can help you in any way, just private message me and I'll share whatever I know. I'll probably share some stuff I don't know too, but that goes along with it. I am a veritable abyss of knowledge. Well, Ian, why don't you come over here and fix it for me? I think I've got a ball, but I don't want to mess with it right now. Ball tripod so you can spin the camera around to the correct way. I don't think I can do that with this tripod. And I swear to God, I'm not buying anything else. I have this little tripod, but it's not. Excuse us for talking business. It's not high enough. But that would maybe do it. No, it's not going to go. Oh, well, I'll play with that. And look at this little baby tripod that came with it. That's all it does. Can you see me now? Then I have a gorilla and I have all kinds of stuff. So if I moved all that out of here, I might have room for art. I can't help you on a PC sharing, Sherry, but I know that the Logitech is the highest rated camera for this type of work that we're doing. So I just got the 922 because the 920 has been discontinued, and this supposedly has some improvements. So first of all, I'm going to bulb at just the head. I've got balls on the main. I bet that's it. I could do it with that. Okay, I'll play with that another time. I want to play with this stuff now. Sharing my entire studio looks like that, and trying to make room for my laptop over on my workspace over here. I knocked a whole gazillion bunch of stuff off in the floor. It's just like this everywhere you look. I need a lunchroom style studio. Pan pastel, yeah, I'm going to play with something here. I love AliExpress. I know you're supposed to buy local, but since most of the products that we get are made in China anyway, I just love getting stuff for a couple bucks and having these little packages come in the mail. Anyway, I was going to see. Cross your fingers because I'm doing this live for y'all. That'll work. It's weird working in the dark. The things I do. Okay, now y'all know we always want to spread gesso or paint, and we use credit cards. And instead of a credit card, I've got this new little tool, Momenta. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but it's real flexible here, and it's less flexible here. So that's been working really good for me because a credit card has a tendency to leave edges, and you can also tear your paper real quick. This is a makeup foundation applicator, and it is silicone. Not very thick, and if you don't want to buy on Ali, I'm sure that Sephora, those places have them for $5 or $6, and I think I got 8 of these for $3. I mean, it's something ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to see how it does. Because it's so soft, it's not going to mess your page up. I've actually got it where I can use my IKEA cart. There's some bright stuff. Got a whole great old big box full of Deco Art's new stuff. I'm on their Helping Artists program. That was something else that promised the workshop. All right, that works about like this. Got a pretty cool pattern there. It works about like my white one. Let's do the same thing over here. Let's do, and I've got to get 2 more colors of the color shift. Can't find the yellow or the orange at Walmart. And I'm not going to pay $6. You can get a big one at Hobby Lobby, like 8 ounces, for $7 or $8. Martha Stewart, come to me, baby. Oh, I was going to do the other tool. Moxnix. I think this one might grab the paint a little better. But hey, like I said, I was just experimenting. That'll make a great background for something. This is smoother. You don't get any trails of the edge of whatever it is you're using. So that part of it I really like. And we'll play with that later. Hey, Carol. Carol, look at my new camera. But I got to figure out how to get it facing you guys. See? Did you? I don't know when you came in. Did you see me using this cosmetic thing for a spreader? Works great. It doesn't seem to grab as much of the paint as my little plastic scraper does, this one. But the thing I like about it is it doesn't leave any lines where the extra paint gathers. So that's really a pretty cool option. I got it because I saw somebody on Facebook selling a larger one to spread gesso with, and I thought, I'll just get these cheapo ones and see. Hey, Rosemary, good. It's my new camera. Like I needed another piece of equipment. And I'm working kind of in the dark because everything was glaring. Okay, so that's a win, I think. And I got 10 of them, I think. So if I lose one, it's no big deal. And I need to let that dry somehow. Now, this was the smallest set of, I've got the whole set of pan pastels, but they have 16 on each of my trays. And this is their shiny and their special blending stuff and a extra black. Whoops, I just stuck my finger in that. Can you see how shiny this one is? So again, makeup stuff from AliExpress. This is a real dense, it's a cosmetic sponge. This is more dense than the cosmetic sponge. They're both cosmetic sponges, but this would have to be washed, where this silicone, you can just peel it off. Now, we all know that, shoot, I wish I could get to one. The pastel department is packed. I can't get in there. Compare it to the soft tools, which just tear up. If you're doing any all, they just tear up really bad. So what I've got here is the roughest surface known to man. This Jack Richardson. This is a pastel paper mounted to gator foam. And I've had this forever, so they could have changed their formula. It is no substitute for ampersand's pastel board. Sorry for the noise. I just wanted y'all to see the label before I I'm challenged today. Always. Y'all hear that from me every day. Come off of there. I'm not real crazy about gator foam, or there it is. or even in the oil business where you buy linen, linen or canvas mounted to a cushion or gator foam, because one hole in that and you're sunk. Of course, you're sunk anyway if you do it on canvas, but hear how gritty that is? Carol, I don't care for it for that reason. So what I want to do is see I love sanded paper. I won't work on much of anything else if I'm doing real pastel work. But this little guy being pointed, now if this lives through this horrible, horrible surface, and I do use cosmetic sponges. Get this clean. I do use cosmetic sponges in place of the soft tools. The rubber on those just goes brittle after a while if you haven't ground it down first. I say Pan Pastel has got some mica. Now these sanded boards, and this being a neutral tone of gray, is going to soak up, or it looks like it's going to soak up a lot of pastel to get where you can see it. These are cheap, but not being as dense as this little round one, you can't use your point. Get up in little small areas. Use the other end of it. What we need is one of these made in silicone. These colors are yummo. And no, the silicone does not pick up. It is sanded. Typically, I work on Wallace paper because I know Kitty Wallace, and I just like to deal with people I know. However, the UArt is excellent, and I like it too. And in the past, 5 years ago, there were new papers coming out like crazy. And I've got samples of a lot of them, but I haven't been doing pastel because I've been playing with you guys. Ooh, that is a beautiful black. Can you see that? Wow, what a lot of mica. I may have to get back into pastel. Now it's gonna, well, maybe not. No, it didn't contaminate too bad. I was able to brush it off. This stuff has a tremendous, hey Linda, tremendous amount of mica. I'm trying to keep up with the chat as I go. Will those show up better? Great black. Oh, I don't know what you mean, Sharon. I'm doing a lot of little swatching here to see what happens to my little tool. And I've got 2 little pinholes. So I guess best laid plans of mice and men. The experiment worked, but not any better than soft. I mean, even though they're cheap, man, I may have to work on this. I like the way it applies better than the cosmetic sponge. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, isn't that great, Carol? They're all shimmer. Shimmer, shimmer. And can you believe I've had this Ultra Soft? I've had these ever since they came out with them and haven't used them. This is Ultra Soft Black. So by that, I think it would mean it's been processed or ground a little more. It's still got mica. Yeah, the reason why is because these are a little bit translucent and it's going to take a lot of pastel to cover that gray. If this was on white, hang on, let me see if I can get a white. Oh, I almost opened my door. Got a white one. I used to compete a lot in juried competitions, so there was always a free giveaway of stuff. That's how I got, I don't know, I think I've got 6 Gorilla Paint or Pochade boxes, and I love them, but I don't need 5. Okay, here we go. See, that's just one swipe with a dirty sponge. That's dirty. But it's great if you want a toned down color, which you do because, and that's a pretty color. If your whole thing is done with bright colors, you don't know what to look at. You put a dull color next to it or one that's grayed down a little bit. Let's see what this one is. One of these whites, coarse pearl medium, fine pearl medium. There's a blending set over there somewhere, some new blending set. So over there somewhere. All right, purple color on top. That's, oops, purple. The thing I love, I'm not selling pan pastels by any stretch. You can blend them as you go. So you just, can y'all see that? You can dab in however many you want, which is a little bit more difficult to do in, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when the well runs dry? Doo-dah. Let's do that and that. You can get the same, pretty much the same effect by, let's do that black. Let's do that very fine. These you want to put down and leave down because the more you stroke it, the less mica you get. See the difference on the first stroke there and the first stroke here? And it's about half the mica down there. Can't see. Sharon, what are you not seeing? When I lifted it up. Maybe if I lift it that way. You know what? The computer, the laptop is almost instantly live. And the iPad is delay. Hey, Branson, how you doing? Yeah, these are so cool. I should be shot for not getting back into pastel and oil and watercolor. Yeah, these are all mica. They're shiny. They're shiny. But this was the smallest set tray I could get over here, so I just wanted to experiment with my new tools. But this one's a winner for spreading stuff. Okay, let's move on. Wet wipe. Did you know that soft pastels are the purest pigment that you can get? And pan pastels would have to be the least binder of any of the manufactured pastels. Because they're in a pan, they can be more powdery. But when you play with a regular stick of pastel and feel it going across the paper, it's almost like it's sensuous. And you get it all over you, but you know what? It cleans up easy. Okay, pull these two away. So that was a test on spreading paint. If y'all missed it, you can catch it on the replay. I'll be glad when I can figure out how to zoom and do stuff like that. I don't know why I have that brush in my hand. I'm not going to be dealing with anything today that being upside down will matter for you guys. Did you see this one from the other day? You know what? I didn't film that, I don't think. I don't remember. This is a lino cut. I can find some of the strangest stuff. This is the Jack Richardson fake lino cut material. And that's carved with regular tools. Isn't that cool? I want to do some more of this. Anyway, that's the print from this. And there's a lot to learn, and I won't ever have a press. And I never studied art in college, but I want to do some more of that. We've got a very old ginkgo tree in Bentonville down near the square, and Randy's always bringing stuff like this home. He'll probably get in trouble one of these days, but I like that. This is from the Echo paper dyeing that I did with Rosemary Morris in Fort Smith. Hey, Rosemary, I saw you were on here for a while. Rosemary's doing a an online class on her echo dyeing, and it is a tremendous amount of fun and yielded some fabulous papers. So, what else did I do the other day? This one, this is a Rorschach, and painted acrylic first and then put ink in the acrylic and folded it. And it kind of interacts with the paint a little bit. I did a whole bunch of them, but they have been shuffled off. And this was just a roll-off from a brayer. And I put this little rubber moon stamp on it. Anyway, that's all I did this last week. Tell them about your class, Rosemary. We all try to help each other. I think she's probably got it down to a science as much as she worked on it. I mean, as much as she has practiced it, let's put it that way. And she has a yard full of stuff and wonder. Well, I was going to use another. Oh, there's one. There's one. I'm looking very carefully because if I touch anything, I'll fall down. There's some just cleaning up. I spilled ink the other day. Okay, that's enough for now. You can tell on here where the black India ink did interact with the paint somewhat. I've got so many papers over here. I don't try to match the papers on the other side. I'm trying to. The reason that I'm doing this is because mixed media is a fairly new thing for me, and I took it up because I needed to loosen up. Or I started it because I needed to loosen up. And in my regular painting, because my regular painting, I have a tendency to be a realist, and it's hard to get away from that. Oh, while I was piddling yesterday, I found this. I'm going to scan it and print it, maybe on parchment paper or something, and use it in my journal work. This is done with a product called Sauce, S-A-U-C-E. It's spelled like sauce. It's a Russian product, and it's similar to charcoal, except it's way blacker. So anyway, that was a fun experiment. I need to practice doing some Picasso type faces. That'll break me from sucking eggs. Can you see a painting? Yeah. Gosh, I had more up here than I thought. Gosh, pretty good assortment. You asked for it. This is a giclée print of a watercolor I did of a friend's mother who had passed away, and she loves it, and I'm pretty proud of it. This was, I had only been painting a couple of years when I did this, and this was in watercolor. Okay, there's that one. could entertain y'all for days. This was my very first oil, and I was getting ready to go to France to study with an excellent tutor. And I thought, well, I've got all her materials that she asked for. I better try it before I go over there. So anyway, that was what I did, and it wasn't too bad. It's easier to pick up new mediums if you've worked in others first. I'll grant you that. But anyway, I was proud of that. And here's a scene from Italy. This was during my trying to loosen up phase, which I did pretty good there. And these are, at that time, 2 of our 3 schnauzers. And this is oil. This was a little quickie demo I did for 2 of my art friends I met on YouTube, Facebook. And this is Pastel, and she's been kicking around in the studio without being protected for probably a year. So she could definitely stand being fixed. And I'm too long right here, but you know. Okay, and there's a self-portrait of me back when I had red hair. I did this by actually looking in the mirror and then looking back at the canvas. Okay, you asked for it, you got it. And these are just some little ones that I had in the studio. I've got hundreds. But I like dealing with you guys better than dealing with fine art. Don't tell anybody I said that. Because fine art is pretty much a lonely pastime. Well, not really lonely, but you can't really do this kind of stuff. In the first place, if I was painting live, I would bore everybody to tears. This is an off print of, under here I have my stainless steel warming tray, and I use it as a printing plate for encaustic, and I just I don't move it. That's one reason why I'm sitting up a little bit high, and my chair adjusts so I can go up higher if I need to, which I do. Okay, I just can't quite see. This is a sheet of labels. I was designing some new colors for Canvas Corp, and these pieces were from the swatches, so I just slapped them down on some labels, and I think some of those would work on that side. Thank you, Mary. Tell me your name again. I need to have a cheat sheet like Barb does. I've got to, speaking of real painting, I have to gut up and get ready to, here's some of the eco dyed scraps. Gut up and do a commission in encaustic, no less. That should be interesting. And I've got to do it. Have y'all ever played with silkscreen? Get the coolest patterns with it. And I've just got the cheapo from Plaid. Uses a light bulb to expose the stuff. Thank you, Sharon. I guess some of the rest of the people may not agree with you because I just can't help myself. That's why I started my teaching program. If anybody is serious about learning more of what I know, and teach. There's that. But it's not done. The only way you know about it is if you get the free download off my Facebook page and you answer the right questions to get informed when it's going to launch. Because I don't want to be one of those people that's constantly promoting. So anyway, the free Facebook, it's in my group, Vicki Ross Art. You can download it. And it tells you about my journey to art. Ooh, I'd like to use some of this coffee-stained paper towel. Anyway, it's the way I learned. And it amazes me. I like that. That's good for what we're doing. And again, for everybody that doesn't know, this is a Shannon Green custom keeper. It's made out of recycled billboard. And it has 4 strings on the inside like a Midori. And I, as you can tell, love using mine for my painted papers. By Shannon Green, and she's got a sale going right now. And this is a napkin that was coated with Daddy Van's wax and allowed to dry. Just something Shannon came up with, and why not? So there you have it. All right, let me get organized here. Ha ha ha, she says. Is that question for me, Sharon? I've got some better pieces than that. Randy was gone on a trip to, oh, I know I'm going to say it wrong, Dominican Republic. There you go. And people who know me know that I don't do much for myself. He does everything. And I had to make my own coffee, and he has a coffee maker with beans. And I made 2 full pots of coffee, and both of them went straight off into the floor. So I mopped it up with, I will never run out of coffee stained paper towels. I found one of those small magnetic boards from We Are Memory Keepers with the magnetic ruler. And I love it over here in my kit because when you use the ruler, you just slap it back on there and you don't lose it, which is a big thing in my studio. I'm going to use some more of the Deco Art Traditions and turn around here and open this magic door. And there's all my craft paint. And there's a plaid color and a Deco Art. I should have painted this before I get my new tool over here. What, did you lose it already? Surely not. There it is. That looks like a dreamsicle. some left, so I'm going to put it on another page. I like this little cosmetic sponge. That's pretty cool. I got way too much paint on there. The camera problem is solved. Now, if I can just figure out which of the 30 tripods I have around here has a ball head on it. I know Randy's got one he uses for his photography, and that's a Manfrotto, and it's got a ball on it. I may have to abscond with it. He's not using it anyway. I need some more of that orange. See, if I had my color shift orange, the page is wet. I better bail before I mess it up. I'm gonna dry. Mary, I've got an entire drawer full. Sorry about the noise. Dry enough. And I didn't lose my piece. And I reconstituted, I think, one of these oohoos. I left the lid off 2 of them. So I sprayed some water down in it. I don't know if it worked or not. Yeah, it did. I hated to throw it away. Ooh, that's glue. See if this little thing works for this. If y'all want to see something in particular, be sure and let me know. Sky's the limit. I like doing these kind of things because I can talk with you. Regular collage wasn't, or not collage, but regular mixed media journal pages wasn't quite doing it for me for some reason. And then I found Robin McClendon, and she's a master at this kind of abstract collage. Oh, my Facebook page is Vicki Ross Art. No tricks, or, you know, you won't be on a list that gets mailed 40 times a week. number one, I don't like to do that. And number two, I'd rather do this. The problem with this is I didn't cut the pieces off. That's a maybe. Maybe, baby, I've got eyes for you. I have visions of a studio that's so neat. I can just think about what I want, have it appear. I do watch Robin some. She's one of the ones that I got tired of. All of her emails are selling me something. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, Bob White has some big text. Oh, hey, Laura. We'll forgive you. Like I said, I can do demos on paintings, but you'd fall asleep. They're slow. New camera. Kind of making something like a washi tape here. The pages, and then I've got the pages for stuff about me. The free group is Axully Art, and that's about a community, and it's been going about a year. About community, I should say. Offset that just a little. You know, until I had the bright idea of using Shannon's book as a storage system for these papers, I quit making papers because they were stuffed in a bin in the closet. Now it's so easy just to reach over and get them. Eat them. Eat them. Eat them. Are you signed up for her? I always sign up for everybody's newsletters and stuff, so I get it all. It's my fault. I need that. My fault. Okay, here we go. Don't overthink it, just do it. The thing I like about this Oohoo is that you can do it right on your page, so when it dries, it's not sticky. Nope, it's not working again. About 12 of them. We'll spray some more water down in there. Where she lands, nobody knows. I really like this. It's what we talked about in the first part. It's just a cosmetic sponge I got from China. This is sticky, but I'm going to put some sticky on it anyway. And I love using this glue instead of matte medium or another wet glue. Well, I don't want that to be the same offset, so we'll do that. But the pages are perfectly flat. I mean, look at that. I mean, just look at it. Oh, I want to tell y'all too, in case you miss it. Thursday, during my this fourth hour, I'm going to start it with an interview with Shannon Cuban, a Canadian health and weight loss coach. She'll be on for about 20 minutes. And that will be on Be Live. And then you'll have to click over here. It'll be on Facebook Live, and then I'll jump over to YouTube. Now stick. There. And I moved it. Looking for my vermilion Chinese ink. And that's dried up. Here's a little fun encaustic. It is, you can't destroy it unless you heat it higher than 250 degrees. It has been around since the early days of the Vikings, and Egyptians used it on their boats not only to seal it, but they could paint images of scary deities to drive off the other side. I'm shaking this traditional Chinese ink that's got gold in it. It doesn't quite do what they show. I need to start doing it upside down. I've got it in a little, I don't know what kind of a cup that, oh, Nor. So this was But look how it fits in the cute little wee yogurt things. Kind of helps keep from spilling it the way I did the other day. Slow down. You're not on no race anywhere. And we got to have threes, and I don't think it's going to work down here. Maybe. I'm not going to put goddess writing on this at this time. Okay. Check the chat. See, it resembles, but you know, the oranges resemble. Okay. I'm reading. Okay. Okay, I think I'm caught up. If you have any questions, be sure and put them in all caps for me. And that's still wet, of course. And that'll mess it up good and proper. You know what? That little bitty corner punch wouldn't hurt my feelings any. If I put it up, then I don't see it, so I guess I didn't. If it didn't get put up, it's here in this landfill somewhere. I'm working on it. I think that's dry enough. I'll pop a piece of this in here just in case. Good water. That khaki color is kind of nice. No, that's the warm gray. Never mind. There's my celadon. How about the orange sherbet again? And those flashes are hard to tell apart. Metallic. Because the thing on the top of the lid. There it is. Blue flash to teal. That'll work. Now, we're not going to use as much paint this time, Vic. Those color flash colors from Folk Art are not, I mean, they are translucent, so you get some beautiful transparent color. I'm liking this little tool. I'm going to stick it right here in between. That looks good. See, I don't want to do a war swatch because I've done one before on the facing page, so that's a good reason not to. Rustle, rustle. I think a lot of the paper I was using the pile from yesterday's in the floor. Y'all aren't doing much talking. Yeah, Rosemary's got some great, I like that, examples of journal covers with encaustic. People are really starting to use it now as a craft product, which is good. You guys and your swaps, you don't get enough credit. Those things are a lot of work. Thank you. I'm just playing. Anything you guys want to see me do, though, let me know, because until I get bored, I'm going to work with these. And I've got a fresh edge on that I don't want. If you can't get your ruler to cut for you very good, turn it over, because if you've got a cork or a magnet, it's going to raise it up off that paper just enough where it won't work. Okay, don't overthink it. The other thing about this glue over mixed media, matte medium, I get to the point I can't even use my fingers. I have so much stuff on them. Art cards, help me. I'm not sure. Now, see what I'm doing here? I'm going to leave a little bit of space, but I want this big element going horizontal because that one's going vertical. So there's a little bit of thought to my madness. I'm liking this. You can get down real hard with it. Don't have to worry about tearing your paper. And I'm going to connect them with that. Yeah, I do too. Mostly I just remember I'm a student of Robin McClendon on this type of work. And she always uses her ruler, so I use my ruler. I'm a lemming when it comes to art instructions. And being a lemming's not all bad because then you don't have to think. There. Did you tell me what kind of cards? Small painting on small cards. You mean like that? In progress. These are playing cards that I got at Sci-Tech Science and Something Surplus. Heard about it from Shannon Green. Okay. Lid on. In the meantime, Sharon, till I can get back to that, a girl named Eileen, Ileen McKennis on YouTube is where I got to jump off. I got some good ideas from some goddess writing. Aren't y'all wishing you knew what I was talking about? And right there's where I forget what I'm talking about. That's running in place. I'm using a glass dip pen. They're really cool. I need to learn how to use it better though. Okay, put that up. Put that over here. Put that over here. I was going to show you with the page closed. Well, except for that being in the middle. Look how flat these pages are. And I didn't even have to Shannon Green iron them. That girl irons everything from echo printed fabric to, paper to everything. She doesn't iron clothes. This is the Warsash. That paint has a chalky finish to it, which means it would be great for pastel. Well, it's not going to hold a tremendous amount. Then I get another color. Where's the pigment? Yellow oxide, that's good. Again, I'm using Deco Art Traditions. This is their artist quality line. What that means is that it'll go further than the same bottle of student grade or craft grade. And artist pigments or artist paints almost always put the pigment number on there so you'll know what you're working with. And that helps if you're doing color mixing. Here's some baby schnauzers moving around. Okay, we're going to use this. That looks like a seahorse. I wonder where I put my joss paper. Do y'all know? Encaustic, acrylic. Let's use some of this golden transparent gold. Ooh, that'll be enough. I love scraping excess off on other pages. Just don't forget that you did it. And stick your pages all together. Okay. I like that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. I want something red to lay behind this and make it stand out from the page. Got one of those roller stamps at thrift store, and I don't have the handle that goes with it, but it turned out it was an Arkansas Razorback Big, but I couldn't figure out how to do it and get it right side. So that's the right side on the back. That'll be perfect. That's just what I want. I've got a bigger stainless steel ruler. Thanks, Sharon. I love neutrals. I didn't used to. The more I learned about color theory and what makes it work, the more I love it. I'll get rid of this edge. Neutrals make your bright colors pop. It seems like in the mixed media world, the more bright color you can throw at something, the more you throw it. And I have a particular aversion to all the color wheel on the same piece. That's just me being a snot. I could do that, can't I? Be easier to get a cutting tool out. Come on now. Don't do that to me. I'm supposed to be tearing with the side that I don't want to the ruler. Okay. Maybe I just need a summer intern or something to come when I think that I need a certain color. They're standing there with it. Could do that too. Nope. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Chinese. I have an affinity for Japanese. My mother-in-law, my late mother-in-law, was Nisei, which is 100% Japanese, born in the U.S. Japanese parents. And they were big farmers in the Denver area until the internment camps started. And they were wealthy enough to leave everything they had worked for and go back to Japan. Such a shame. Don't get me started. We're not going to go there. Anyway, see, you're not supposed to let that happen. I love this soft sponge for this reason. No, they went back to Japan, and her uncle owned a top rated big, I don't know, miso factory. And she had some pictures and stuff of it. And then in her stuff, when she passed, no. Pay attention. Close my eyes and pay attention. I found a book, and it was a scrapbook with beautiful prints, like real prints, like stone carved prints. No, and some photographs. And this was from the 1920s. And the Emperor of Japan was coming to visit that miso factory. And there's all the old cars and the parasols that everybody carried. And it was just cool. And I've got that scrapbook. So what I'm going to be doing with it is scanning it so that I can use it. You know, I want just a strip of that, and I don't want to overdo this page. Anyway, I'm going to scan those pages and use them somehow in journals because they are so cool. Backside. I've got another scrapbook that she did of a trip she took to Japan 15, 20 years ago. And I've got all the cards and all that stuff, and they'd be great to use as long as you're not using your originals. And I've got some stamps. Get back on there. With characters on them. And I think I can put my hand on them. Is everybody still having fun? I'm coming back. Where's my helper? Nope. All right, I'm only going to look in 2 bins. Found them. Amazing, I know. All right, get back in there. Now, put the ruler up or you'll lose it. We have Clarity, Courage, and Destiny, Flower, Forgiveness, Friend, Harmony. Well, I'm just going to pick some that look good. And I'm going to put them right there. So I need some red ink, and I think this one's dried up. It's still got a little bit, but not enough. And I know right where I can get some. To my right. See if this little one works. Nope, that one's dry too. I got ink up the wazoo, so. When I started this mixed media stuff, I just went on sprees, bought whatever I could find. That one's better. Better. Is there a red and distress ink? I just put those in a bin yesterday where I could get to them. Orange. Oh, you know what? I've got a brand new stamp pad. Ha ha ha. These are the Moonlight Duos that I played with the other day. They're half white and half the color. Perfectamundo. Okay, now we're going to glue this stuff down. Are you getting a tat? Getting a tramp stamp? I don't have one. I missed that. I was probably in a phase of just trying to stay alive. Y'all know why I do art, don't you? It's not the prettiest of pictures, but on Christmas morning in 2001, our brand new custom home caught on fire and burned to the ground, and our 14-year-old daughter did not get out. And so it was find something to do that would take my mind off of it or die. So I decided it was going to be art. Seahorse up. There you go. So it sucks, but there are people out there who have worse stories. And always pay attention, because people don't always wear it on their sleeve. You never know what another person is going through. So that's why I paint. Put that down. And I did it the hard way. I did it, find a teacher and study with them until I felt like I'd gotten all the goodie out of it. I do want to make sure they're right side up. And then I'd move on to another. Okay, this means love. I'm not into the lovey thing. Spirit. Of course, there's no guarantee that here's spirit. And peace. That's a good one. Boop, boop. We gotta have threesies. Harmony. Ha ha. There we go. It's this way. Do I need? I'm not a stamper. Do I need something under that? Cushion it. Let's go for broke. Carol, you're 73? Dang, girl. I thought I was the old one in the group. I'll be 69 in December. That's not too bad. Not too bad. I missed all the stamping craze, too. I was busy trying to learn how to do oil paint and all that stuff you saw a little while ago. Where is this? Right here. I have it correct. Oops. Oh, well. Nobody said this had to be perfect because it is journaling. I could have drawn a straight line down the middle or on the side that would have helped me line these up, but now look at there. I must have used black before on that. Oh well, it's good. It's all good. I'm glad I took the time to find those. Wouldn't do any good to put those up. What time is it? It's 5:30. So we've got a little more time. A little book about them. That's cool. And now watch this. I'm going to put them back where I found them. Okay. I like that. Oh, golly, I have some red paper that would have been perfect for that. Oh, well, we're done now. Thanks, Laura. Come on now, don't stick. Can y'all tell I'm enjoying this kind of journaling? I don't want to do anything else. I'm going to hit that with a little heat. Maturity have a thing to do with it, Sharon. I can honestly attest that I have no maturity. Look at that. Isn't that pretty color? I like that. We're just going to town on pretty colors. Okay, I think I've got it in me to do one more. And I might get to use that. In fact, I think I will. Yeah. Just pay it forward. There are so many people that hurt that if you do something, and then that's what I'm trying to do. If I could entertain you guys for a little bit, that makes me feel good. That's perfect. Look, they've got the brown and the darkish red, not this orangey red, but the darkish. I like that. It could go that way. Could go down at the bottom. Okay, bottom it is. I want to use one more of these. Not the best idea in the world. Yes, we are. Full of it. Okay, I want I am out of ideas. So I think that tells me it's a good time to quit. Get my little picture from being destroyed under the trash. Well, I'm sure that y'all are had about as much of me as you want today. Now remember, Thursday at 4 o'clock on Facebook Live, I'll be interviewing Sharon Rubin, a weight, health and weight coach. And she's got some great ideas. And then I'll be finish it up over here on YouTube. I popped up, huh? I like that. Thanks, Carol. And y'all please let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. I'm going to go back to working on this studio a little bit tomorrow. Thank you. This is what I spent years training to be able to do. And I love drawing faces. So Xerox scan and print on parchment paper, and you'll see that in my books and my journals. Sharon, I'm so glad you did. It's just me being silly. Alrighty. Y'all have a good rest of the day, and I will see you on Thursday. Okay? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, Facebook Live, and 20 minutes after 4, YouTube Live. And I will see you then. Bye. All right, now to figure out how to do this. In stream, that's easy. Doesn't work. Oh, God. No, laptops don't have a push button, do they? A screen touch. There we go. Bye.